Today's golfer is always after more distance, but we have to remember one thing, that the ball must fly in a certain direction. Golf is a target sport. And when we grip the club, we have to remember one thing, that the grip is going to dictate the direction, and it's also going to dictate the face angle at impact, which is the most important thing to hit the ball down the fairway or on the green. Today I'd like to show you a few ways to help practice your grip and to find out which grip just might be the one that you need. Basically, there are 3 different kinds of grips. Each grip is for a different type of golfer. We would like to start with the 10-finger grip today. 10-finger grip is just that. We also call it the baseball grip, and it's where we actually wrap all 10 fingers on the club. So what this is this promotes power for someone that may have a weak wrist or doesn't hit the ball very far. I encourage it in children and ladies. The second grip is the interlock grip. This grip is the most popular grip of all the golfers out there because it promotes power. Tiger Woods, stronger players, Sergio Garcia, they all use this grip. It helps to adhere to the club so that we can swing it harder. It says I don't encourage this unless you're very athletic. And of course the third grip is what we call the Vardon grip or the overlapping grip. This grip is where we take the right hand, we take the pinky and we lay it softly over the index finger of the left hand. This is what this promotes is a little more smooth swing, like Freddie Couples, Ernie Els. That kind of a swing usually is dictated by this grip. So what I'm going to do is show you some basic fundamentals on how to take your grip, and then you can try these 3 grips to see which one you like the most. To properly take your grip, you must first realize that the grip is in the fingers and not in the palm. The only time the club should be in the palm is when you are putting. So the grip must be put into the fingers. The reason why is so that we can encourage a little more wrist action to create some power. The only time that the club should ever be in the palm should be when we are putting, when we are trying to take the wrists out. So therefore, what you should do is, first thing is always make sure that you take your grip with the weight of the club in your hand, holding it at an angle, never placing it on the ground. You should always hold the club up. The left hand should always be in an angle, and this is for right-hand players. For left-hand players, just opposite. It should be the right hand on top. It should be at an angle. You should clamp down with the fingers, and you should make sure that you close all the gaps and ports so that the fingers are adhered to the club. If you do it correctly, you should be able to pick up the first 2 fingers, the thumb and the index, and the club should hang very nicely. You should be able to feel the weight of the club. Making sure that the hands adhere tightly to the club in the fingers and the palms are facing each other. We also want to remember that anytime that we take the grip, we should always have the toe of the club up, and the face of the club should be reflecting both the palm of the right hand and, of course, the back of the left hand. The reason why is because when we bring that club back around to impact, we're trying to get it back to square. It says I have a few tools that I have brought with me that can help you to learn the grip without having to go out and hit balls all the time. The first training aid, just laying around your house, that would really help your grip is just a basic yardstick. Why? Is because the flatness and the top and bottom lines are perfect for showing your hands how they're facing each other. What you do is just take a yardstick, and of course we always talk about in the fingers. I can't stipulate that enough, in the fingers. So therefore, if we wrap our fingers around the flat part of that yardstick and then place our thumb on top, you can see that it makes a perfect left hand. We bring it in, we hook in the fingers. The right hand, we wrap it, let the thumb hang down, and look at that, it makes a perfect golf grip. We call this a neutral grip. It says, and this will actually help you to hit the ball better and straighter. Now there are a few more things that you can get to help your grip. One of them being an old tennis racket you might have laying around the house, and the reason why is because, if you can see, it actually has not so round of a grip, has flat parts on it, and it'll help you encourage the face angles, just thinking of this as a golf club. And you can come in and actually take the golf grip, much like the yardstick. It says it'll get your hands facing each other in the fingers, and it'll also help you with that face angle. You notice that you cannot take the grip with this either way without that face pointing straight up and down. That's just like the golf club. The last thing is you can go to any golf magazine, any supplier, and you may get a training aid and have a professional or someone put the grip on the club for you. Make sure that you put it on right, and that will actually help you also, so you can go to the range and hit balls and really learn that grip. It says, as you can see right there. If you have any problem with your grip or any part of your golf game, don't be afraid to call your local PGA professional.